Oh man, that thing has a hell of a glare in the chat. Oh, hello anyone and everyone. You want to listen to my crap anyway? Oh, there you go. Good job, babe. I should probably turn that up a little, huh? What?
Turn what up?
The mic.
No.
No? Okay.
That's good.
What? Yeah, I didn't know. It sounded kind of quiet to me.
Because I love them.
Okay.
I don't like noise.
All right. It's funny. Oh, those don't quite fucking fit, do they? Really? Oh, good. Why is that so sensitive on it? I'm sure it's got a number. Probably because this set screen needs to be replaced with that one. Is that another dog? Knocking on the door?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
All right. Was it the screw or is it the wrench? Good question. If I had a screw to test, that'd be great. I don't know. There, yeah, good. You know, shit. Yep, it's a screw. See ya. So, yeah, I got to tell you, for the driving I did today, I thought the handling was actually pretty good. It seems geared a little bit up, but looking at the pinion, it's not. I mean, the pinion's looking like maybe a 15 or a 16. You know, and I mean, it flipped well. It drove well. It was a little quick on the wheelie. And looking at the slow-mo, I think it's because of the lack of compression. Because when you jump to a wheelie, like right off the line, the back end squats like a quarter inch. That's it. It just takes it and turns it into a lever, you know, just pulls it right up. So there's no, oh crap, Mike, what up, buddy? Happy New Year, bro.
Crap, Mike, what up, buddy?
Yeah. And yeah, Clara just said the same thing. Happy New Year, man. Nick too. I will as soon as I see the little bugger. I don't know where he's at. Probably.
He's taking the trash out right now.
Oh, is he? Hey, Nick.
Oh my God! Could you be any louder?
Could I be any more redneck? Screaming out the side of the house. Oh man. So, yeah, definitely Happy New Year. Live long and prosper. Godspeed. All that good stuff. I hope nobody gets any viral infections. Clara says, "Don't take my donut." What was that?
Hakuna Matata.
I know, I was making a joke. Yeah, for sure. What the hell? Every time I'm gonna pick something up and find something else. Okay. Sorry about that.
You find my fried yet?
You find your what?
Fried.
Your frag?
My fried.
No, I haven't seen that since we got married, babe.
True.
She asked where her pride was. That's terrible. Anyway, so yeah.
My dignity.
All right. Come on. Trying to be serious about working on a car here. Yeah, so this is Clara's new rig, Nick's old Outcast, which used to be Lewis's Outcast a long time ago.
Lewis.
That was his name.
Yeah.
Told you I remember when, like after 10 minutes.
It's been like a week, but like.
It's been like a week, yeah. So first problem. Quite a bit of upper control arm play. So And those are the old RPMs, so we're changing those out. Which side is it? Well, one side probably has a broken crown gear in the front diff. Started pulling to one side real hard, and especially trying to do nose wheelies because I was doing slow-mo nose wheelie shots to check the suspension compression. Because I do like a bunch of shots to check how it reacts when it lands, when it takes off backwards, et cetera, so that I could compare it afterwards in other slow-mo shots with different suspension stuff, so might get an idea of where we want to go with it. Changing a lot of stuff at once, not a good idea, because you don't know where you went wrong if you do. But I think with the video evidence, we'll know where we went wrong with the suspension if it is wrong in the first place. And of course, new control arms never hurt anything, and fixing the diff doesn't either. Anyway, so I'm gonna get these shocks at draining and stuff so I can get back to that thing. Got these H&R or Hot Racing shock bottoms. Not a huge fan. I mean, it's a great product, but in my personal opinion, this is one of the pieces you need that flexes, kind of like control arms. That's why you don't make your whole car aluminum. You need something that's got a little give to it, because I've had these come up bent. And also this retention system they have for the piece in the middle, it's just got an O-ring on both sides, and it's not always very good at capturing those things. And the O-rings wear out quickly. It's zero slop, but at the same time, as soon as you got any wear on them, you take them apart, they fall out, you can't find them, and then, put the old ones back on anyway. So, all right, so off are coming the 10.5 pound Century springs, and we're going to try out whatever these arrmas are. Unfortunately, they're both fronts, so I got to really compress the back or put the back collar down to get to them. But they're both the same diameter. I'm guessing they're 6.5. And of course, we're going to change pistons, and shock fluid as well. Got some theories on that I'm working on, as we spoke about before. We'd rather break the eye. Exactly. Just like the control arm. No. I actually talked to a kid yesterday who used to be in RC cars because he saw me down at the park, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to have one. Traxxas Rustler, I think he said, and he said he put everything aluminum on it, everything aluminum." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, how'd that go?" He's like, "Yeah, I kept bending control arms." I'm like, "That's the way it works, man." All right, I might as well take the eyelets off of these first anyway, since they're stripped. Babe, do me a favor, real quick, if you don't mind. Could you grab me the shock pliers out of the bag, or they're in the Milwaukee bag? I got all the go bag tools in there. Those are the only ones that the ends on the other ones got bent. Thank you, appreciate it. Back you, savage. Here. Thank you very much. Love you. Okay. He's so awesome. Yeah, and see, also I haven't really had one rattle loose on me, but aluminum on metal or aluminum on steel, so they will, in theory, rattle loose on you if you don't Loctite them. But then if you Loctite them and you try to spin them off, the little O-rings break, and then, as previously stated. So, I mean, it's a give and take with them. I don't hate them. I just don't have them on my truck because I bent the ones I had. But as you've seen, we are particularly brutal on these things sometimes, especially me. Well, I don't know. I think Nick's about as bad with his 8S as I am with anything. Every time, man, he's putting around. Next thing we know, he's going 30 feet up, coming out of the pole, doing a double back. It's like, dude, could you told somebody? We all have cameras, right? Not that I get angry about that anymore, but he always does it every time. Every single time. Every time. Might not always be a double back out of the bowl, but it's something ridiculous out of nowhere.
Something amazing, and there's no witness.
No warning, no witness, no nothing. Just all of a sudden, there's a car like 20 feet in the air, and Nick's going, "Yeah, cool." Not that Nick goes, "Me," but
If anybody here goes, "Me," it's you.
I was thinking earlier, actually, we should call him Nick Flair.
Woo!
My point made. Let's see. 2 of these are brand new Lucas. 2 of these are unknown. Oh, I see some gnats have gotten into my Lucas.
Dag, nat it.
Dad joke of the day.
Thanks, Mom.
That was terrible. That was really terrible. Oh, well, that wasn't Lucas. Well, now we've got Lucas Hybrid. Good one, Logan.
What was it?
It was 100-weight Trinity. Well, Lucas, I believe, is a natural product. That's 100-weight Trinity, too.
No, that's full synthetic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Engine honey is?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Now it is.
All right,
Pretty
cool.
much everything is full synthetic.
Well, I was just going to say, if it's a natural product, then the synthetic won't mix with it. Hey, what's going on, Mike? How you doing, buddy? Happy New Year. Godspeed. Live long and prosper. All that good stuff. May the RC car
Really?
God smile upon you, which is something I always say right before I go send something at full blast. May it come home in one piece, etc. Doing a suspension overhaul on Clara's new rig. New front control arms, upper and lower, new shock pistons, fluid, and springs, as well as investigational study on the front diff to see what's broken, because it's probably either a outdrive or a crown gear. Crown gears are all I've broken lately. Past 3 failures have been crown gears. Thank you, man. I love that you love them. I appreciate it. Because we're not making money at this, and honestly, I don't see us ever doing that. And it started as like a, hey, we can do a YouTube channel too kind of thing. Next thing you know, a year or 2 later, I got 1,000 people checking it out. So it's like, all right, cool. Well, people dig it, and especially because I'm under the exact understanding of where I belong in this world. I know what I'm worth, and all I really have left to give is knowledge and experience. So, for instance, in my job, I train a lot of young guys. Guys in their 20s. Even some under 20. How to work on cars and how to fix cars, and techniques and tricks and all that kind of stuff. And for me to see them succeed is the biggest thrill I get in my life at this point. To train a guy and have him go out and become a master tech. A kid I trained in my 30s flew me to Vegas for his wedding, free, because I trained him and he became a master tech, and he had run a couple of dealerships after that and retired at 38 or something like that. So to see the kids I train be successful blows my mind, and it's the biggest thrill I get these days. So all I really have to pass on to this world is knowledge and experience. Yes.
Where's the camera?
It's right here.
Thanks, babe.
What did that say?
Thanks, babe. Backwards because of the flip.
Okay. Hey, Nick. Nick's here. Hey, Cool Spawn, what's up, buddy? Mike and other Mike and Cool Spawn say hi. Nick is here. Well, Mike already said hi before you had arrived. Doing a live stream, bro. Doing some work on Claire's rig. Look, Nick's here.
Hello, everybody.
Ooh, did you just shock me?
That is shocking.
Yeah, no, you already went through it, so it's already gone. Yeah, you just electrocuted my ass.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
I'm going to punch you. Oh, you can't unless you go rub on something. I don't know how it works. We live in a humid climate. People don't get shocked. Cars don't have ground straps. Because the air is usually electrified, and it's usually 90% relative humidity. The weather here is oppressive. Yeah. Anyway, enough about how much I hate Florida. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody's New Year's? Do you guys do some cool stuff? Have some cool fun? Blow some stuff up? I don't know. Whatever. Seems that's what everybody does now around here. Is just buys $1,000 worth of fireworks so they can, try really hard not to blow off a digit or two in front of their children. Not that I don't enjoy good fireworks. Awesome, man. Good to hear. A while back at the skate park. Northport or Punta Gorda? I'm terrible with names, but I'm good with situations. So forgive me. Not to mention I have so much car stuff in my head, I don't know my wife's birthday. Northport, cool, man. Yeah. Were you a gentleman closer to my age than most of their patrons? That would make sense. Fireworks and gunshots here too. Less gunshots, really. I've been in the range a couple hundred times. I'm not sure if I heard anything I would definitely say was a gunshot. I might have heard a shotgun blast or two for sure. But everything else was mortars and fireworks and stuff like that. You know, you can usually tell a 9 or a 45 or, you know, even a 40 or a shotgun. Hopefully you can hear the bullet if it's coming your way anyway. Oh, wow. Bit ago then, at least. Wow, Lewis, that was months ago. At least. Hey, babe, how long's it been since Lewis moved out? Sorry if that was loud. Yeah, 6 or 7 months, man. And Alan's no longer living here as well. It's funny. Those guys were both my roommates at the time. Alan found a girl that he decided he wanted to spend all of his time with and got rid of all his cars. What? Oh, wow. That is amazing. You guys are going to see something you've never, ever seen before in your life. I just pulled this piston out of that shock, if you saw that. This O-ring. Let me see if I can get this right at you. Hold on, let me turn the light on back here. Really get you seeing it. Okay. So this O-ring broke underneath the shock. I put it there for a spacer, and it went through the holes of the piston on its own. Came out just like that. That is custom. You can't teach that kind of skill. Nobody blasts O-rings like me, man. I'm just kidding. It was just on there for a stopper to make it not crack against the bottom of the housing or the shock body, you know. So I don't know how it got so blown out. Well, I guess I do know, but hopefully I got another O-ring to replace it with. Not a good one, of course. Anyway, I'll worry about that after I do the pistons. Okay. So I need to find a cleanish rag. Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, definitely a big change. Well, I've known Nick for 20 years. I've known Alan for 20 years too. I think I've known actually Alan longer than Nick, but Alan tends to disappear from people's lives for like 5-10 years and then come back. You know, he's done that twice with me, so I don't know. Yeah, man. And then well, Lewis just ran out of money, and you know he got fired from where I work, and his girlfriend ran out of patience, and that was the end of that situation. So yeah, I don't know. You know, whatever that kid's doing. We left on slightly amicable terms. He doesn't owe me any money, so. But yeah, he was a weird dude. It took a while to get the smell out of the room. Anyway, yeah, man. But things are going good, man. Except for the job thing. I mean, well, it's almost done. It's almost over. I'm coming out with a video soon to explain all that. I can't do it until my actual last day, according to the lawyers. I think I'm going to post it on Facebook probably because I don't want to put it on the channel. I do have a Facebook page. It's a shared one with me and my wife. I never go on it. I hate Facebook because I don't care what you had for dinner. The only time anything goes on there for me is when I post something to Instagram, which does it automatically because I use CapCut for editing, and it gives you the option. And I do have an Instagram account, so I don't mind posting to Instagram, but Instagram automatically posted to Facebook. Anyway, any of you guys computer geniuses? I mean, I'm not. I mean, I can. You know, I passed a couple classes at the Votech for hardware and software. You know, I can build something and, you know, put in a new operating system and whatnot, but I'm no pro by any means. Not to mention in the past 10 years, I'd say my PC skills have gone down, but my automotive computer skills have definitely gone up. Because one, you look up parts, the other one you fix. So, only good thing. Well, I guess I'm not missing much then. because we can find plenty of those here. What do you see? One of the Spectrum GS5C radio or 6100 receiver. Like Jado, it's yours. You don't want it? If you don't want it, if you're giving it away, of course I do. If you were going to say you're selling it, excuse me a second. There it is. Already got one. What's a 6500? Is that this big guy? That's 60. Yeah, 6100. That's it. Okay, yeah, it's the same one I just put in one of my cars. Yeah, dude. If you don't want it, of course I'll take it. If you're selling it, let me know how much. By all means. Yeah. To be honest with you, it'll probably end up going to my wife because Nick's already got a. Hey Nick, what remote do you have? What remote are you using? Your multi-remote.
The X5C.
Right. Okay, so that's the same remote Nick has. I guess that's the Pro or whatever that I have. But yeah, if it was in my hands for nothing, or even if I bought it, it'd go to my wife because she just got her second car. So she could use a multi-remote. And also, I'm doing tests right now to see if the features like servo speed, exponential, stuff like that, help with the freestyle stuff. And I've had some pretty good results so far, especially on servo speed. You know, we're trying to do endos and stuff, and trying to keep it from flipping over, but still keep it on the edge. It's pretty tricky stuff. She's getting really good at it, but I think that could help her too. So, yeah, man, for sure, dude. Absolutely, man. All I can do is give you very gracious thanks, unfortunately, because my job hasn't paid me commissions in 6 weeks. And I've also had 6 paychecks that were under the amount of money I was promised I would get paid every week, no matter what happened. Hey, Brody, can you keep it down and bite Nick harder?
That's somebody's stomach growling.
If that was his stomach growling, I would sell the dog.
Oh, she saw you first.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but the wife just chimed in with, I would sell you first. Of course she would.
Although I'd get more for the dog.
Dude, honestly, I would be eternally grateful. And if you ever need any help with RC stuff or even real automotive stuff, I don't know if you know, I'm a 28-year automotive service veteran with 15 years being an ASE Master Tech, and I'm a Nissan Senior Specialist. So, and my wife sells parts for a living. So, yeah, if you need anything in that field too, I would gladly repay any favors that I would consider that a massive favor from you. And I totally understand where you're coming from. I was overwhelmed at first too. However, back in the 90s, I had a big Futaba PCM job that had all kinds of crazy features like traction control and all that stuff. And I got used to it after a while. So it just took me a while to get around the operating system. I'm not a big fan of that scroll wheel button. It seems a little sensitive. Shut your hole. See what I have to deal with?
I'm coming to get
Yeah, dude,
you.
that would be. Sent you a friend request on Facebook. Okay, yeah, I'll have to go on there and do it. But yeah, absolutely, man, for sure. I could just give you my number actually if you want to text me. I like show like 3 numbers, wait a half hour, show another 3 because nobody wants my number that bad. They're not going to watch for that long. They'll either fall asleep or kill themselves. Yeah, no, actually, you know what? Shoot me an email at LOGAN00 S as in Sam, I as in Indica with your phone number. Shut up, Nick. And I will text you and we'll figure that out. Isn't he a bastard? You see that little furry gorilla looking mother behind me? It's like a gorilla and a freaking wife beater. He's like a trailer park gorilla.
Stay off my lawn.
That's
Son of a bitch.
That's great, babe.
Where's your key there?
Yeah, no, yeah, Claire's my car keys.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
fun.
was going to put this on there.
Let me check real quick. Give me just a second, guys. Yeah.
Just so that way.
Well, I went out earlier. I brought everything back. I know. I put it in my hat. I have my hat here. The hat's here. Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just throw them back up there. Yeah. Is that for the wagon? So you want me to drive it to work too?
No, it's already at your work.
Oh, it's already at my work. Okay, cool. I got you covered, bro. Did you
Yeah.
park it in the back?
Yeah, but they don't have the light doesn't work back there anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah. So Nick needs me to take his car to work so I can fix coolant leak. Anyway, yeah, no.
Tire rods.
Yeah, I got 3, which I just put on my DX5C Pro. I just got enough receivers. Well, actually, one of my trucks blew out the receiver, so I got another receiver to put it on that. And then I ended up putting my wife's trucks on 2 Dumbos that I had, which I used to run my big truck and my stunt truck with. And then I DXC5 Pro'd all 3 of mine. And Nick's you got everything on your DXC5, right?
No, I got the.
Oh, right, the 8S. Yeah, we had a problem with the 8S with the
so I got
receiver or whatever.
SLT3 for the new car.
Right. Oh, and look who's chiming in too. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's a circus here, really. It is. Oh my God. Okay. Hi, Brody.
Hi, I'm a Brody.
How you doing, good boy? Thank you for not being so rambunctious like you were last livecast. But yeah, so that would be great to have her on a single remote too, because God knows it's a lot easier to go to the skate park or the bash pit or whatever with 3 remotes and not 7, because we had at least 7 at some point. If you need any spare SLTs, how would you like to have 2? Trigger?
Yeah.
I've got 4. So yeah. If you need spare parts for them, whatever, a trigger, steering wheel, battery cover, say the whole unit goes bad, you got another one. I've never seen one go bad, but I don't know anybody who's had one for more than 3 years, because I've only been back in the sport for 3 hobby for 3 years. 2 nitros, electric, and would like to go back sometime. Absolutely, man. Whenever you want, dude. Like I said, email me at LOGAN00SI, S is in Sam, I is in Indica, at Yahoo. With your phone number, and I will text you. And definitely, man. I used to send out mass text to people, but nobody responded ever, so I just quit doing it.
How do you spell hula?
You spell hula? Why don't you ask that famous chick that's famous for knowing how to
No.
spit a loogie on her husband's dong?
Hey, we're not talking about hula.
I didn't know there were 2 different things between and hula.
Oh, you talking about the blonde?
Oh, that's when you're still breathing,
Okay,
right?
we're done with that conversation.
See what I got going on here? He sucks on everything with the Amazon rates, right? Exactly. Oh, you guys should have seen it last night. Freaking Nick's like dying to buy these Proline springs for his freaking shocks on his you know what I'm talking about, on his Vortex.
Well, yeah.
And he wants to put these cheap Chinese knockoff ones on the front already.
Well, that's what I have.
Right. And he wanted to put some other cheapos on there. I'm like, Nick, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Just go get some Typhon springs, thanks to Mike. Put them on your rig and you're done. And we have spare parts for you. We have spare springs. We have spare pistons, rods, etc.
Why?
Everything will work out much better.
What was that for?
Finally got him to agree with me after an hour. Nothing needed. Oh, dude, absolutely, man. Dude, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Because, yeah, Clara would definitely like to have. She's never had an upgraded remote. And she's been in for about a good 2 years now. She's been enjoying this fabulous hobby of ours. And I don't know if you saw the last freestyle video. It's like 3 or 4 down from the top. It's insane freestyle with Clara. That's all her driving, dude. And we didn't shoot a whole lot more video than what's on that reel, which is, only like a minute long. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of cutouts from, for nothing happening, but she only wrecked 3 times or turtled it, as you say. She's getting pretty damn good. And you can hear the throttle application, when she's doing it to get the car working, or when she's not doing it to let it do what it's going to do. I'm pretty amazed. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that very much. Yeah, she would. I think she's ready for a big remote. I mean, not that it's something everybody has to do, because it's definitely not. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with the SLTs. I mean, I ran mine forever. The only reason I went to the Dumbo was the range, and that doesn't necessarily mean the remote had bad range. It could have been the area, could have been frequency, power lines, whatever. But running that speed car, or my Typhon XXL that I used to speed run, you need some range, and it's got to be good. It can't be intermittent, because yeah, it's went up in the trees once or twice, maybe 5 times, something like that. Yeah, dude, that's great. We'll definitely thank you. Do you think that might have been one of the O-rings that blew up in that piston? Because it's a lot bigger than this one, isn't it? I mean, like, it's kind of hard to see at that angle, but like here, yeah, you can see the one's a lot bigger. I wonder why it blew up. Probably because it actually got stuck over the holes. Okay, so here's our setup now. We're doing M2C pistons on these, on the rears. So there we are. M2C pistons, right? That's about your hole size. I guess it's like 1.5 mil. And then on the back side, kind of hard to see, but there's these little extra kind of little slot thingies. And what that is the oil goes in and pushes the O-ring out, in order to, I guess, cause extra friction in order to slow down your rebound. So it does work. I watched it in slow-mo on my own phone, doing it with our cars. And that's what I run on my stunt truck and my big truck, my Creighton. I just call it a big truck because it's bigger than a stunt truck. Anyway, and they're awesome. We don't have a working pair of fronts though, M2C wise, so we are going with some 1.2 mil square arrma pistons. And fluid wise, I have not decided yet. I'll get to that. I don't know if I have enough 100 for 4 of them, so I might go 100, 140. Actually, these are really light springs. I might go 90, 100. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that would definitely make her giddy, I believe. I mean, it's not a cheap remote, and it's a big thing to go from the SLT to something like that, because there's so much stuff. I mean, I read the whole manual front to back, and there's tons of stuff on there I'll never use. But it's cool to know that if you want to, you can make a third channel that flips up your rear wing for more downforce, or turn headlights on and off, or mix in your I don't know, your steering with rear wheel steering. That's cool. No, it's a very, very cool remote. But yeah, I appreciate that, dude. Like, awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely email me and I will get in touch with you tomorrow. I am working tomorrow, unfortunately, and they've been really laying it to me, giving me all kinds of. We do a free like half-hour inspection on stuff for problems, like a simple scan or a noise or whatever, and so he's just been laying it to me with tons and tons of free inspections, and like selling a job here and there. But the only time they actually sell me work is when I've got too much work to finish in one day, so they make sure I have to come back the next day, or give me an incentive to come back the next day. Even though I'm not getting paid, I'm not getting paid for any of my work. I'm getting paid hourly, but $17 an hour, it's a pittance. My new job, I'm getting paid $40 an hour. But you're supposed to get commission. If you make a certain amount, then you get 10% and blah, blah, blah. They're giving me just enough to stay under 10%. So I'll get 1% of all of it. And it's, making that company $7,000 a week easy. So you'll all know who they are after the 5th or 6th. Okay. Somehow I ended up losing one of these shock freaking, oh no, that's it right there. Never mind. These damn shock washers that have to be the perfect size to run down the armor shaft, because it's got that lip on it, so the shock won't come down all the way, or the piston won't come down all the way. All right, I'm up with 2 of them on this one, so I just need a standard washer for that one and the other one. Oh, there's one of them. Yep. You can also make those out of the other black armor washers that you have that don't fit right. on that shoulder of the shaft, which I'll show you in a second. You can take the next arrma one because there's only like 2 or 3 black washers in the arrma hardware lineup. So there's that shoulder right there. So it's got to go past the threads, down the shoulder, but not down the shaft. So it's a very particular size. You can take the, like I said, the next ones that arrma makes, and you can open them up with a reamer, just a hair, and they will work just fine. Okay. I don't know if it makes a difference, but these arrma pistons are being installed numbers up. I don't know if that's supposed to be up or down, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is about testing, not about knowing what's right the first time. No, just kidding. Of course, this is about knowing what's right. And you can't fix it if you don't know how it works. I'm just rambling, huh? That would be ridiculous. If you tell her that, I will murder you. Just kidding. God, man, you're a bastard. Why do you do that to me? You put that in my head. You know I have to build it. You know I have to build that. Ah. We will meet one day. I guarantee you that. Yeah, I appreciate the compliment. I do too. The only thing that's coming into my head right away, I've already designed it. I mean, by the way, as soon as you said that, I've already built it. Servo mounting location is going to be a bit of a bastard. Oh no, it's not. Actually, this is pretty simple. The only problem is getting a rotating knuckle. So, right. Oh, hey, I got it. I already got it. Got it. Yep, you're right. I can do it. So, let's see if you guys agree with my theory. Let me grab his parts box. I'll be right there. Oh, I can get out of the other hardware bin. Okay. Where did that go? Where's all my hardware gone? Oh, somebody had to put it on the wrong shelf. Yes, I wrote these things. Look at my face while I'm trying to find stuff. Okay, so, right. Mount the servo to, if you're looking at the car from the front, the right side of the drive shaft, easy. Couple of tie rods out for the steering, easy. Knuckles are going to be backwards, so they'll be facing the front ones, like suicide. Which would be cool because the servo would have to go the same way if you mounted it right. Where the rear control arms have their last vertical brace, cut the legs off it, screw one of the balls into that, then make an upper link that's got a sleeve for the upper ball. No, because it has to be braced 2 ways. That's another problem. You gotta brace the upper link. It's got to be an A arm. It can't be a link. Okay, so that's a difficult one, but you could probably build something into the rear shock tower if you squared it off and made it supportive enough to put some kind of control arm on there. You could maybe get some from another vehicle or 3D print one. 3D print it. Yeah, it's doable, dude. Totally. I'm not going to tell her about it, though. When I get enough parts to build a test bed chassis, I will build it on the bench, perfect it, and then install it in her vehicle. I promise you that. How's that sound? Does that sound good? That way your idea will not go to waste. Oh, Brody, really, dude. You see this right here? That's dog. Yeah. The head's over here. Can we not rest underneath me right now? Jesus, buddy. He's doing it again. All right. So pistons are on. What? Oh, you need to go outside? Come on, let's go. Get. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Come on. Go outside. Hey, babe, guess what? Where'd they go? Okay. Well, apparently my wife and my roommate ran off together. Awesome. More shit for me. Right. So, right. A little bit of Lucas on installation. Just a little dab will do you. Just to get the seals in there. And nope, that's not a long one. That is. Right, so a little O-ring on the bottom of the shaft just to cushion it. Don't make the O-ring the same size as the holes. Oh, you're back. I thought you ran off with Nick. I was like, sweet, I get 2 more RC cars.
Wow.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Mike just gave you the best present ever. 4-wheel steering.
What?
I'm going to make a test rig and invent 4-wheel steering for your truck on the bench. And when I have a perfected prototype, I will install it in your truck.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Claire says thank you.
Thank you.
No, I'm not saying thank you. No. I'm just kidding, buddy. Yeah, freaking, I've got plenty of slightly bent control arms. So, I've definitely got shock towers and stuff like that. I need to break another bulkhead, so I have one of those. But I will build it. And challenge accepted, bro. And you will be there to witness it along the way. So will the rest of you. Thank you. That's going to be cool. I hope it hasn't been done before and I don't take too long to do it to where somebody else beats me to it. Because that would be kind of cool to be the first. It doesn't have to be. I don't really care. But that would be kind of cool. I don't think I've had any other RC first before. Because I definitely stole my rocket-powered one off of Car Action magazine, which we used to have back in the day. Oh, that's kind of wild. O-ring stuck to that. Or it used to be an O-ring. I think it's an O-ring shadow now. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I always put an extra O-ring in my seal pack. Just to give it the extra, extra seal. And it seems to work just fine. So, yeah, it's 2 extra O-rings per shock. Don't use the nice silicone arrma ones, though, for bounce stops or anything like that, because they're only really good for sealing. They're too soft. And always spay and neuter your pets. Yeah, no, that's essentially what I was talking about. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna mount the whole front end on there. I think I can use the lower control arms just fine. Because I like the way they're shaped compared to putting a rear on there or a front on the rear. The upper one is the trick, and I've got a design in my head, but I don't have a 3D printer or anything. Well, I do, but it's not working yet because we haven't got it working yet. We actually got a spare one for parts now too, I guess, according to my wife. But I've got a theory. The only hard thing I'm seeing is actually mounting the control arm on the inside and the rear, the upper control arm. Because it's going to have to be quite robust because it's going to, you got rear landings and stuff like that. So I might have to build something to that. I mean, at least for part of it. I know where I can mount on the rear. You can mount it right where the link is, but in the front, you can't just put a spacer on that and put a nut on the end of it and call that, sturdy. Ah, I got it. The ABC, the C block, right? Make the C block like even better, a square shape. So it's the block at the bottom like normally is, right? And then have it come up like that. Or no, just come up on both sides. Have the through bolt in the back of the rear chassis brace go through it, and then have like a loop there for your front mount for your control arm. Bam, got it covered. That'll do it, bro. That'll do it. Gonna have to find somebody with a CNC on that one. Because chopping one of those out of freaking store-bought metal ain't gonna work. But it can be done, it will be done. Just like if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Because that is the story of my freaking life. Well, that donut's not gonna fit. Another one of them blasted donuts. That's probably something that's not that's allergic to silicone or allergic to natural oil, which is why it blew up. Oh, and I can't use one of those tiny ones to space that because that will end up blowing itself out the bottom of the hole. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's kind of like that video of that weightlifter. If anybody got that reference, I'm sorry for putting that in your head. Because as soon as it came into mind, I felt bad about it. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the same thing, but I'm going to be using the knuckles from the front, tie rods from the front, obviously servo mount from the front. upper control arms possibly from the front, but not necessarily. I'm going to use the stock lowers. I'm going to change that. Change the C block out, and yeah, it'll be done. That's it, man. And it's already designed. Unfortunately, my head doesn't hook up to a computer, or I would be loaded because I've already got the 3D in my head. But c'est la vie, as they say. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, let's just go with the 100 weight. Hopefully, I got enough for all four. Did I just blow through? No. Okay. Good. All right. So, 100 weight it is. Where are my spacers for bottoming so you don't bottom out your chassis? Well, you are going to bottom out your chassis, but this softens the blow ever so slightly. Loctite. Yep. Just seeing if anybody wrote anything new. Tried to have a new camera set up for you guys. I got this app that does dual cams, and I got this other app that uses iPhones for a cam. But I can't get the one that uses dual cams to work with YouTube or with my video card, I think. The video card on the computer that Nick gave me. So either I just don't know how to do it, or we need a better computer, or I don't know. But I am trying to step into the 21st century and give you guys a better viewing experience so you can see how truly hideous I am. Because I guarantee you, if you ever have a problem where you want to throw up and you can't, live stream, baby. Better than Epicac. I'm just joking, obviously. Oh, yeah, I didn't put Loctite on that, did I? I was too busy making fun of myself. There you go. So. Yeah, the link setup's the easy part, actually. Once you got the knuckles on there, it's mounting the second control arm to take care of the, how would you call that, lateral forces on the control arm, because the upper link won't deal with that. But with the normal setup, the lower link's taking all the lateral forces because it's, robust and has a square angle and all that kind of stuff. I don't know the engineering speak for it. I mean, I could have been a brilliant engineer probably if I had failed algebra in college and already been an auto technician. But I mean, I'm guessing I would have anyway. I could have done great in the military too, but at the time when I was going to join the military, you didn't get a timeout card. They would have kicked my ass for 2 weeks and sent me home because I wasn't very good with authority, nor am I today. Some guy tried to scream at me at 5:45 in the morning, wake up and get out of bed. I would have been, fuck you. Yeah. I mean, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I would have made it through basic. Who knows? Probably would have been some kind of scientist. Hell, after I took that ASVAB test, they wouldn't stop calling me. For 5 years. I was 22 when they stopped calling my ass. Oh, so yeah, 22. All right. Bottoms are on, spacers are on, pistons are in, ready to go. Let's fill these puppies up with a little bit of yum yum. Okay. Hi, Brody. Thank you. All right. You done now? It's like living with a walrus or a rhino. But, Oh, yeah, drive shots. Good idea. Probably will cut to 3D for everything I can. Okay. So, right. I mean, I like the idea with the horseshoe-shaped mount with the through bolt for the C block, but if you're talking 3D print and everything, all right, let's go over this. So, what if you 3D printed a bulkhead that had mounts for the arms? Getting around the wing mount's going to be hard, but I mean, there's probably a way to do it. It's going to take a lot more processing than my brain wants to do right now because I've already done so much and I'm trying to get this done. But I mean, that's a thought, maybe. You know what they say? They might be giants, but they
Don't
might
eat the
not.
yellow snow.
Don't eat the yellow snow. That's the first thing I taught my my first dog. I don't know where that came from. I was trying to make a joke out of that, but there really wasn't anything there. Sorry. Stay. Why don't they make wheels perfectly capable of holding these? Yeah, I know. I need to get one of those doodads to hold the damn shocks or just drill holes in some wood. You know, that's all I really need. Hell, I'm sure I've got plenty of flat iron out there I could just weld together in a little square and drill some big holes in it. Stand up drill press out there too. That'll take care of that, no problem. All right, so totally different setup on this, babe. I don't know if you want to write it down or what for comparisons. Because I'll be too busy doing it. But we got M2C rear pistons, 1.2 millimeter arrma front square pistons, and 100 weight oil throughout with, I don't know, the thickest armor shock springs we have in inventory. I don't know exactly what the weight is on them.
Okay, you want to say that again now that I'm actually ready to write it down?
Sure, no problem. I love talking for no reason. Okay, so front suspension. Arrma heavy spring, 100 weight oil, Arrma square, 1.2 millimeter pistons, and that's it pretty much. And the rear is going to be M2C piston, Arrma heavy spring, and 100 weight oil. And just for reference, if you don't mind writing this down, the old setup, rear pistons were those custom ones I made. Front pistons were, where is it? Those are the rear customs. Hold on. I'm a dipshit. They're Arrma 1.2s. Squares. 100 weight oil all the way around, and the 10-pound springs. All right. Right. I'm sure it could probably cost money, but I've seen a program where you can just take pictures of stuff and like 3Ds it. I mean, I don't know what you want to call that. It turns it into an architectural drawing, or not architectural, mechanical. But I'm sure that shit costs a lot of money. That would take a minute. There's a lot of angles in a freaking in a bulkhead. You know, actually, the Chinese knockoff ones I think have less angles in them because they're not as refined, because it's cheaper to not cut so many angles. And as far as I'm concerned, screw the sway bar mount, or just make it handle stock covers so you can put the sway bar mount on. I don't use sway bars. We do have sway bars on this truck though that I'm working on right now. It's the only one in the house on our side of the house. Nick has a couple. Actually, anything Nick has that came with sway bars still has sway bars on it because Nick just doesn't, I don't know, really screw with suspension. He asked me to do it instead. And I don't know if he really notices the handling effects that anything I do does have, so I don't spend a ton of time on it. And here's that one.
All right, I have to myself.
Thank you. So that way, if we need to know what it is, so we can recreate it, or if we need to know where we went wrong. Right, exactly. Probably need to start keeping track of that. And most of the setups are in my head, but 3D scanner, right? Yeah. Yeah. No shit. Man, stuff I could do with some money. I mean, like a CNC, a scanner, a printer, a metal printer. Oh yeah. So they used one of those to make a manifold on a build I saw they were doing on Steph Papadakis Racing was doing for AM. They built their Drifter Supra. Not that I'm into drifting, but that thing's direct injected. So they printed a manifold that had port injection. It was pretty cool. What was really cool is when they blew the plugs out of the head, or they blew the direct injectors out of the head on the dyno. Then they had to put plugs in it. And the only way they had to do it on a Saturday, because they needed to get the car done, was go to some dude's house and put it on his grill, put the cylinder head on his grill to get the head hot enough to put it in interference fit aluminum plugs that he made in the shop. Now that's badass. That's my type of getting it done engineering. If you don't have access to a tool, you make it. Or when it's going to take too long to get it, you make it. And there's a lot you can do with a drill press, a sawzall, and a welder, but there's a lot more you can do with better stuff. Quick question. Yeah, you guys use batteries, 4S batteries. I have set up. Is 4S capable? Is there a big difference between 3S and 4S in terms of power? Mike, you want to field that one? You're definitely more versed currently in the 3-4S world. Got the company? No, I haven't, but I will check it out. No, but I would definitely check it out. Yeah, I'll definitely have to, especially if you say it's got an insane suspension system, because I am a big fan of automotive geometry. Let's put it that way. I do study it, as well as hydrodynamics, thermodynamics, events in the chamber, engine design, shit like that. How they figured out how to time stuff up. You know, when they build a V12, what's the fire and order going to be so it doesn't shake itself to pieces? That's cool shit to me. Anyway, Mike, what do you think about other Mike's question, Mike 740's question on the 3S to 4S difference? Is there a big difference in power? He's got a 3S vehicle with a 4S capability. What's the big difference there on power, buddy? I figure you know better than I do. I mean, I could field the question by all means, but mine might be slightly embellished or slightly less accurate. I don't know. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. That's what Mike's got too. He's got arrmas as well. You ought to see his videos with his, well, you ought to see all his videos. I mean, especially if you go from like 2 years ago to now, you'll be like, damn, you go to RC car training school? That dude's become one hell of a skate park ripper, I'll tell you that. And his flight skills have come up hand over foot, hand over fist, whatever that saying is. Anyway, yeah, and he's got arrma 3S, 4S, 6S, as far as I know. I think he got some other cars too. I can't remember. 1/8 scale truck. You got an arrma 1/8 scale truck running on a 3S? They're capable. Oh, no, I have run mine on 3S actually. Yeah. Okay. I can tell you the difference in 3S and 6S pretty quickly. So you can't backflip with 3S. It doesn't have the speed for it. Speed wise, yeah. I mean, with gearing, you can change it. But, I mean, most of ours are geared pretty low, so it didn't make a big difference there. Just you couldn't, it was harder to wheelie and you couldn't backflip it because it didn't have the acceleration. 3S Typhoon is considered a 1/8 scale? That is funny. But okay, where are they getting their scales from?
Tino?
Yeah, right. Is that bear over there making all that noise?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Let him on the bed?
No.
Oh. All right. So, yeah, not there yet. Get these shocks done. I can do the control arms, figure out what blew up in that differential. I'm sure everybody's waiting to see that. Oh, ZD. Okay, ZD racing truck. What's the weight of it? And what's the kV on the motor? And what batteries are you running? Milliamps not going to make a difference. That's pretty much just a lifespan, or not lifespan, but runtime. Well, I mean, C rating doesn't really make a difference unless you're talking a 50 versus a 150. But yeah, what's the weight of the vehicle and the kV on it? kV on the motor is important, yeah, for sure. Sure. I mean, I've seen the difference in a 6S between a 1650 and a 2200 is pretty. It's a lot more than you'd think. All right. Back to life. Back to reality.
Did you not learn your lesson?
What? What lesson would that be, hon?
Singing.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm terrible at it. I sing like an amputee. Can't hold a note, can't carry a tune. Oh, you know what? I'll just put your rear shocks on. Nope, almost lost the shock bushing between the tables. Come here. And then I'll pull your front end apart so I can figure out what the hell happened back there. Yeah. We'll see. I think this ought to be actually pretty close to the way it was. Actually, no, it's going to be better than it was. Because the custom pistons I had on it weren't really done that well. 2250, right? 120 amp. 500 milliamp battery. What's the C rating on the battery? It's like 50, 150. I don't know where else. Obviously in between there somewhere. I don't know where else they go really. Truck is kind of heavy. Like what are we talking heavy? Like 10 pounds? I mean, in this day and age, I've seen some pretty light and or heavy vehicles that you would think were not. I mean, like these things I think are almost like 12 or something out of the box, but ours are all 13 to 15. $50C, okay. Well, Mike, do the smaller ESCs have like the the automatic count when you turn them on, where they know how many cells you're running and stuff? And wouldn't they just not turn on if you were trying to turn something on that was past its voltage range? I mean, I've never tried to do something like that, but I would think. That makes sense. What in the world? Yeah, sorry I broke your truck, babe.
Okay.
It was fun though. I got it on video at least. I was wondering when I was trying to do reverse standing backflips, it kept jinking off to the right. Yeah, I was actually really early in the run, so it might have been already cracked if it is a crown gear. I'll find out when I get it apart in like.
I thought that
3
you
minutes.
said my gear was broken.
Did you have a problem with it doing that last time?
Yeah, you said I had a bad gear.
Why didn't you remind me to put it in my list of stuff to do with the cars? You know I got to keep a list of all this stuff, so I remember what to do on all 15 cars I have to fix every time we go out.
Maybe get a better memory.
Yeah, because I can get a memory upgrade. Marijuana affects the memory. Voltage motor always stay with the ESC limit. Okay, cool. All right, well, it sounds like it'll work, man. Go for it. Thank you, Mike. And Mike, you're welcome. Glad I could get you guys together. Why am I taking the shock tower off, stupid? All right, you know what? It's time for a faster way to do this. Shocks are one thing, but when it comes to, I guess, the RC equivalent of heavy line work, Time to whip out the tools. Is that Bear again?
Yes.
That dog is making some freaking noises. You better make sure he's not going to explode. Well, that's nice. Apparently somebody forgot the little bushing that goes inside the arrma aluminum front holder. And I'm going to have to find another one of those damn little screws, probably. I just don't see the point of these things being so difficult to take off. That's why I don't run them. There's enough crap you got to get out of your way to remove a differential. Oh, yeah, that's the little guys, right? Out you go. Get out of my way. All right. Oh, yeah, he's got one of those. Might have to replace that. He's got one of the upper B blocks that have the screws in them. Yeah, they did upgrade that, I believe. You're right. The new one. Oh, he knows all about the good tires, dude. Trust me on that one. He gave me a tip that is enjoyed daily. Putting those Grom tires on the little Typhoon. Yeah, buddy. Homeboy loves it. Got his old tires sitting right there. Yeah, dude. That is definitely an awesome setup. Gearing was good too, still. So, okay, so here's one thing about the old RPM arms. The way you can tell the old ones and the new ones is the old ones still use those shims for your camber or caster. I mean, sorry. You do not need those shims anymore because RPM decided we know what your camber should be or caster, and we're not going to let you change it. It's probably in the ballpark. I mean, shit. It's not like I checked it.
They're my shims, and I want them now.
Yep. Love you, babe.
You married me.
Yeah, I did. Oh, that's pretty cute, though. Yes. I went in the garbage. Come back here. I don't have a whole lot of freaking socketed screws. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? No, I don't even want to touch what's in the bottom of that thing. Fuck it. I'll buy another one. I don't care. Yes, I do have extended screws in my diff housings because plastic ones always get drilled out and get extended screws because that's what happens. Come on, you get out of there. I've been in there a while. A long time since I rebuilt a diff for Claire, and she didn't even drive this truck. This is used. Yeah. Hope everybody got a good giggle out of that one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just had a diff land in my lap.
Oh.
All right, so it feels all right.
Guess you just wanted something differential.
The drive shafts are good. Why is this wheel not working? It's probably a broken gear because they'll slip like that and you won't be able to feel it. Plus, this diff, obviously, by the shims on the outside, is a my current perfection differential. So, rebuild, we must.
That was a funny joke, and you just missed it.
How was it a funny joke?
What I said?
What did you say again?
You said you had differential.
Yeah, and something about she wanted something differential.
Yeah. So I guess you just wanted something differential. You need to accept I'm funny, okay? You just need to accept it, okay?
Hope you guys are laughing as hard as I am. Oh boy. Yep, love you, babe.
Love you too.
Oh man, I'm thinking about that dinner again. Gotta get back on that bowl. right before I started this live cast, she comes out with a bowl of food that our future son-in-law made, and dude can cook like a mother. He's not a professional chef, but I actually used to be an assistant head chef at a restaurant, and trust me, he could be easily, like with no training. But he doesn't want to do it ever professionally. He's got another job that he does, and he's really good at cooking. I don't know where he got it from, but he's never made anything that I was super impressed with. All right. Let's see what we got here. Got some 500 weight, as I can see. And come on, get over here, you. Come on. That's why is that so hard to get on? Yeah, anyway, we got the grease out of it, so the crown gear's not broken. I can see it. And the pin is still intact, so that's good. So where is the problem? Oh, I think I see it. No. No, I don't. Yes. Okay, something is wrong here because I know this thing was not working properly. Split crown gear? Or, no, those are all together. What the hell is going on? Like I said, investigation. Boy, you guys have been at it. Yeah, autocorrect sucks. Hashtag shoe elephant rhinoceros. 1/8 of 1/7 green. Solar tires are built in. Right. Gotcha. I'm a big fan of the what were they? The 1/10 scale Badland Pro lines, I think, on this Super Typhon before. I think Nick's running them on his Talent. Yeah, I was running them on the Typhon. It just kind of works as a truggy. They look funny on a like a Creighton though. Or not a Talon, but because it's a Typhon and still kind of buggy looking with a buggy body. Get out of the hole, you little bastard. All right, so I haven't found a broken pin or a broken crown gear. Outdrive's intact. What in the hell is going on with this thing? Oh, there might be. Nope, that's not it. The pin's also intact. And this outdrive is also not broken. The hell's the problem? This force thing was spinning inside. Unless you got a drive shaft coming out of the hole, which looking at the
They have a cream for that.
control, yeah. Looking at the control arms, doesn't look like it. The drive shafts are both intact. Okay, come on. You make me take you to the garage.
Cool story, bro. Need more dragons.
Yeah, right. Well, these guys are both good. So, and the pins are both good, and the outdrives are both good. And the ring gear doesn't have a flat spot. I don't see the housing making a problem. What the hell's going on? The axles are intact. They're just pretty stiff, but it works. So, all right. I'm freaking baffled. Possibly that the axle was actually jumping the socket that bad? If it is, hopefully the new control arms will fix that shit. Actually, that is the problem. Oh yeah, those have both got some significantly effed up wear on them. Yes. Yeah, I'd say the axle's been jumping it. Heck, I just slot the other part and call it a day. All right, well, I guess we'll get her back together then with the proper shim job that I do now. Fortunately, I'm out of seals. Of course, we'll put some new bearings on it. Okay. Alrighty then. If anybody is getting tired of listening to my dumbass talk, feel free to take an intermission because I am going to do the same as I try to get my wife's hair off my stuff. Right, and I gotta get my axle shim box. Okay, all right. So we'll see you guys in a minute or two. Ah. Yeah, I've got a load going too. I'm back, everybody. I'm glad I got you guys together. Definitely got some stuff to share. Right on. Good. Right, yeah. Feel sorry for people who have that problem. I mean, because I was out of it for so long, so I just kind of fell into arrma. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people with some old Mugans and stuff that can't get anything. And it's terrible because they had like one of the best differentials ever made for an 8-scale gas buggy. They actually made a Torsen style diff. And I don't know about you guys, but I've run that in a real car, and wow, what a difference! So much better than something that's grabby like a clutch style or a locker or something like that, especially in front wheel drive. DRC, that's what I'm looking forward to. Ain't got a part, man. We can make it. You know, babe, if we get that 3D printer up and going, you think we should take it to Armageddon and make parts while we're there?
We'll probably have to.
That'd be kind of cool. Have that thing running while we're, wrenching and hanging out
Yeah.
at the tent. All right. Well, I doubt it, but see if I have any better outdrives. I'm pretty sure I'm out of anything decent in EXP. Let's see. Notched. No, it's not USB. No, it's a rebuild. For a while, I tried to weld them back up and then grind them down to refurbish them. Unless you got the right blade for a cutter, it's not really worth the time. EXP. So I got 3 of them. No, 4. No, 5. That's all I got. That's pretty bent. That's actually in pretty damn good shape. I guess I'll take this one. Oh, that's right. I needed a new gear for this. So why do I have aluminum housing in here? Yeah, chipped a tooth out of one of the spur gears. Yeah, I think the motor moved a little bit after a hard landing and ended up chipping a tooth out of it. But yeah, get around to getting a new one of these days. All right, so I already got that bearing shimmed out with two shims. Hopefully that's enough to get our gear lash right. And then just the standard shim pack that they recommend on the outdrive, the one big, one small, and the seal, of course. I can get this guy in here. The shim pack might be a little thick. Yeah, come on. Really? You get that washer down there. It's kind of why I wanted 2 camera angles, but yeah, we got to figure out the software thing, I guess. Let's see. We had 2 shims in here to tighten up the center, huh? I know those were on the outside. We had one in the middle, I think. If we didn't, we do now. All right. A little bit of lube on there, new bearing. Dude, isn't that nuts, dude? Like, seriously, like, I've worked with so many master techs over the years that just are like, screw you, new guy, and that kind of stuff. And then there's, people like me that just openly share information and knowledge to those who I deem deserve it. Like if you're not an a-hole, because you get that, especially around here. But yeah, I mean, like, what's the point? It's it's like, I mean, I used to be like a lot more aggressive as a human. And I used to actually like, get mad at service riders and yell at them and shit. What the hell's the point of that? They're there trying to make money, and they're trying to make money the same way you make money. So when they make money, you make money, and you're, going to give them a hard time and make them have a bad day and have a bad attitude. That was the point of that. But I was dumb and young, and now I learned some stuff. But I guess it's just all part of the maturing process, really.
Let me know when you're done.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate that. And that was fucking coming. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. This is angry here for some reason. Yeah, some of these, a pin or two is broken off in and they don't want to work anymore. Or maybe my seal's just not centered. Okay, I don't know where the rest of those went. And please stop being a pain in my ass. Why is this so damn hard? Okay. So, right. Failure due to differential problem. This thing is just killing me here. I don't know what the hell's going on, but right. And seal is completely normal. So why is such a damn problem? Oh, the pin there's a pin. Oh, that's got some wear on it. It's not terrible, but you can definitely see it. Alright. Last time I'm screwing with you and I'm changing something out. Absolutely, Mike. Yeah, dude, freaking yeah, when we started, especially me, yeah, I was breaking stumping big every single bash. Every single time I went out. I couldn't kill a battery to save my life. And after a while, you just kind of get the idea of what's going to do what if you make a mistake. And as your skills increase, you can actually go for those crazy ideas that pop in your head about trying to jump over this or do whatever, and you won't break stuff. I mean, we haven't blown out a differential, and we still haven't, because this one, I guess, wasn't broken. But I still can't get this goddamn pin in. And God, what do you think, babe? 4 months?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And we used to blow differentials out like every 2 batteries, especially Clara, with her awesome freestyle stuff. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this, but something's got to go. I mean, seriously, if I can get this pin in this out drive, then I'm just going to replace it. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I know there's no shims on this side, so why is this doing this to me? All right. Yep. So it's not that. Out you go. Changing everything except the seal. Oh. Yeah, friggin'. I started with the electric when I was a kid, and then went to nitro when I got older. Raced nitro like semi-pro for 3 years. 32nd at the Winter Nationals in Florida. Third in the state twice with 10 scale sedan, and then got out of it just completely. Just quit. Sold everything I had, and I had a lot. Hell, I had 2 boxes this big full of tires, and then like 10 years later, my current wife, not that there will be another one, was like, "Hey, I want an RC car for Christmas."
Never say never.
I'm like, you know my history with RC cars? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. Hey, don't I always screw the story up at this point, babe?
Yeah, because you keep talking.
Right. So anyway, I got her like some Chinese knockoff 10 scale brushless 3S 4-wheel drive buggy. And I had never seen LiPo and brushless because they didn't have that. They had 7.2 volt, sub C NiCad nickel metals back then. Never seen, 18, 24, 36 volts. So I started modifying the thing and making it faster and better, but it was just a Chinese knockoff. So then I ended up picking up my Typhon, and that was awesome. Got rid of that car. Then she went out and bought a Notorious one day, and then I wanted a truck. So then I went out and bought a Creighton. And then my buddy quit, and I bought his Creighton and made it into a Notorious. And then I made my Notorious into a speed car and then into a super buggy. And then I've got another Notorious from Nick, and now my wife's got it, and that's it. So that's my history with it, pretty much. I think I got my first car when I was 6. It was a Tamiya Fox, and modified it into a Red Fox. I'm not sure who made that kit, but it was aluminum chassis and a bunch of other cool stuff, bell cranks and shock towers and whatnot. And then I had a Koyashi Optima that I raced for a while in the 4-wheel drive class, and RC10 buggies, RC10 trucks, RC10 gas truck. Never had an 8-scale gas buggy. I wanted one, but and then my Serpent 8-scale on-road or 10-scale outlaw, whatever you want to call it. And then my Serpent, well, that was an Impact, and then my Serpent Impulse 10-scale 4-wheel drive sedan. And that's what I used to race, those two. I raced the HPI before that, HPI RS4, which the handling you can't even touch compared to a Serpent. But I ended up getting third and stayed with it. But I don't know how. It might have been by attrition. Right, what do I need? I need a case. Oh, everything's right here. Duh. Right. Oh, no, I need my shim box. All right, so in case. Gears are probably okay. Just in case. Whoop, different outdrive. I need a pin and launchers. Because that shit ain't going together. Whenever you do one of these EXB differentials, 6S, make sure that pin fits the back of your gear before you put it together. Because there are different pins by arrma that will fit the outdrive and won't fit in the back of the gear because of the length. So always check it by just putting the pin in and test fitting it. That one's probably too short. It's probably a smaller one, but no, that's actually it. They make a slightly bigger one, but M2C makes the best ones. There it is. That's the bigger one. Same length, just thicker. Just make sure that it fits. Doesn't fit. See? That's what I'm talking about. Well, let me get my fat fingers out of the way, like a well-hung lesbian. You see that pin does not quite sit all the way down in the groove, but it fits the outdrive. Oh, I was wrong. Push it in where I'm stupid ass. Anyway, there is a pin like that that's a little bit too long, just a hair. Bless you, babe. So always make sure your pin fits before you throw it in there. Hope you guys heard that. She said that's what she said. Right. Yeah, that was a semi-clean one. All right. Screwy people. And oh crap! I'm out of big washers on except for some fairly well used ones. That's fine. And then a small one, brand new. Get on there. Yep. Both of you. Wait, wasn't that the old one? Yeah. No, that's the one I just pushed in there because it was right. That thing's covered in grease. Babe, if you get any more hair on my freaking desk, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm picking up your hair everywhere. All right. So it's in there. Good. And then, as usual, 6S. If you use the big washer instead of the LSD plates, grind 4 little grooves into them, just a little bit off center on each side so they hold lube. That's been making our main washers last a lot longer. And of course, make sure that your gear is flush with the shaft when you put it in, making sure that pin is set. And that's it. None of these go together. Every once in a while, I'll put a little tiny shim behind one of these squares or behind 2 of them to tighten them up when I dry fit them before I build them. There we go. I just gotta get a little more fluid in there. I don't know what the hell happened with this thing. Got no busted gears or nothing. I swear to God, one of the axles was not working. But with those out drives, it might have been skipping. So, fortunately, it's time to give M2C a call. I might try to weld them up. I don't know, but looks like a decent job, and I can afford some shit. Oh. Yeah, I mean, they are temperamental as hell. I'll give you that. I don't know. I guess I always grew up building motors. I mean, even when I was a kid, I was tuning go-karts and mini bikes. So, I mean, it is a different thing with nitro because it is way more sensitive. But, I mean, I think I knew a little more about fuel mixtures and how engines sound than most people at that point. So it was a little easier for me. Funny story, actually. I filled up a steel can, like a fuel can, like a extra fuel jug you have in your garage, with nitro fuel one time because I didn't have a place to put it, and I had totally forgotten about it. I think I was like 12 maybe, and so one day I'm out in the back. We had an acre in the back in California, and I'm out there with the rototiller fixing the dirt bike track, and it ran out of gas, and we didn't have any gas. So I went and got the can and filled it up. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why the exhaust smelled funny or why I had to richen the hell out of it to make it run. Yeah. But it ran great. It was a 2-stroke, so I figured out a couple years later when I remembered what it smelled like. And I remembered that I'd put that airplane fuel in that can. That's what it was. I was emptying 3 airplanes that my dad had flown. And I guess he refueled them and didn't fly them again. So I didn't have a can to put the airplane fuel in because he had a brand new jug on the side of the thing. So yeah, that's how I put it in the can in the first place. Anyway, just whatever. You can run a Mantis weed eater on nitro fuel. So, all right. So let's get this guy together and get it in the car. Get this thing done. We'll be into that for now. All right. And then, of course, with these, you got the side with the set screw on it. Always leave that set screw out until you're done bolting them together. That way you won't have any leaks. Or it'll be less likely to come out the top and it'll come out where the set screw is anyway. There's my girl. Get in there. Come on. Yeah, it feels good. I don't know what the hell's going on with it, but it's alright for now. That's that. Alright, we're back together. Stuff. All this stuff's got, whoops, damn silicone. We go in the dip. God damn it. Sorry, babe. Fucking silicone in my hands. Sorry. Fucking terribly sorry. For those of you who don't know, I just flicked a cigarette at my wife. Yeah, that silicone shit's pretty sticky.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
I know you will. All right.
No, that's funny. It's not the 4th. It's not New Year's Eve anymore. We don't need fireworks.
Yeah, I know, right? You set the damn house on fire. Here we go.
No, just my hair.
So I think your front diff might have been skipping on the joints because I couldn't find anything wrong with it. I swear to God, it was slipping though. Oh, and this is another one that I got that stupid thing done too. Crap. You don't have the you have the adjustable C block, the B block. Can't screw on a super bash bumper without nuts.
Well, you can screw on whatever you feel like.
Doesn't have anywhere to put them. Put the screws because that adjustable block doesn't have the rear halves to it. Because I guess they look down on using a super bash on the Typhon, which is what blocks are built for. But anyway, you guys know my opinion on those if you've seen the videos. Seriously. All right. There we go. Okay, get this out of the way so I can get these worms off. Finally, stability. All right. Yeah, some asshole. Yeah. All right. Yep. Figured that much. Is bitch. Keeping the sway bars because that's what she wants. Also, it's another difference between her truck and the other truck. Wrong size. Thought I stripped the damn thing. Come on, you. All right. And is that? All right. Nope. Yep. Which wrench do I need? And I'm going to need a lot of washers. Okay. All right. These all go in the bin. Maybe we'll use these for four-wheel steering. Oh, it's got to go in the other box. One full control arms, right? And it's actually straight. Cool. Let that set screw off a little bit. How many of these wrenches do you have? All right. Yeah. There we go. Straight down. Extra kick up. Probably end up getting rid of that thing. I'm sure Claire doesn't really care about front end adjustability like that. It doesn't do anything for what she's doing. Right, babe?
Sure.
RPM part numbers, if I can get it in frame and not over whited. There we go. Well, yep. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna need to modify these to my current spec, which involves removing that shoulder down to flat, keep your camber straight. And I'm also gonna need a whole bunch of washers for the group settings, which I think I'll ask Claire to get for me. Oh. That's funny, bro. I don't know what you're putting up there, but I guess I can see all of it. Put it down a little farther. I need you to do something. All right. Let's see. In here, there's big washers and small washers.
Yeah.
I need about 8 of the small ones. So, would you like a magnet or a screwdriver?
That works.
Here you go.
What size?
The smaller water. There's only 2 size washers in the smaller ones. I need those for your droop screws, and I need to modify these arms real quick. So, guys, I'll be back in a second. And we're back. Okay. Washers. Yay. Gimme. Thank you. And lower control arms modified.
Did you unmute?
Yeah. So there's two ways to do that. If you want, you can keep those little red caps on there. Grind the red cap down to make it thinner. It'll melt itself onto it, so it'll shorten it up. Then you got your red cap, and it's short. You got to shorten them up unless you're running 1 millimeter longer drive shafts so that they don't come out of the drive shaft hole. That's just the way it works. They might have fixed that on the new ones. I don't know. Nobody's told me anything. Where was I? Bro, I appreciate that. I try to be entertaining, so if I am, great. I mean, I do take little breaks here and there, but I do try to be entertaining.
Try living with him.
Oh, what did I do in the new body on the wifey's truck? She can explain all that to you, babe. You have questions.
What?
They want to know how you made your, what do you do? How you made that body, the new body on your truck?
What, the painting?
Yeah, painting, the lighting, probably the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry. I lied to you. I need the bigger washers. I'm gonna get murdered for this one. Here, let me put these back. I'm terribly sorry. So, why don't you tell the folks at home about your body and how you painted it?
Well, I put the film stuff and
The
did
self-adhesive masking.
Yeah, the masking
from Triple X Maine.
Yeah.
I believe that kit was called Flame Face.
Yeah, like flame face or scary face or
Something like that.
I don't know.
It's a masking kit. You give me all 6. Good. Okay.
Oh, good. I don't remember you telling me how many. That's
I thought I said 8 before, but these are thicker, so 6 should work.
You might have, but I don't listen.
Okay.
So then I did the masking and then I painted it. I did like a yellow base and then some green behind it. I never really have a plan. I kind of just do it. And then once I was done with that, I cut out the center of the mask and peeled that out. And then I sprayed all of that with the tinting stuff, the window tint
Tint paint, yeah.
to kind of give it like that, blackout stuff or blackout look. So like the lights wouldn't be so bright and obnoxious behind it. And then I peeled off the stuff that I had left on there. And then I sprayed it again so it would be darker. And then the back windows.
Why don't you grab it and show it to him?
Oh.
Really?
That would make sense.
Yeah, when you're explaining it, that way you can tell
I
me.
don't know where it is.
It's right there, yeah.
So that's what gave it the two-tone of the shading because that's tint and stuff. And then I made my own numbers and letters like K&K Hobby. And I put those on and tinted and then took those off and tinted. And then I did like a light red backing just to kind of, go with the whole like creepy face thing. So that the lights would shine through. And then I kind of
was that a see-through red or a regular red sprayed?
It's
really
translucent red sprayed
right.
light. And then I kind of just had fun with the stickers. Like instead of don't just bash blast, I kind of just said don't bash, just blast. And instead of notorious, I did Notori Ford, and I kind of just had fun with it.
Why don't you explain it then the thing about Notori? What's that?
Notorious.
Oh, I thought it was part to do with your gamer name.
No.
With the Ori thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, my middle name is Ori.
Right.
But it's the Notorious, so I just did Notori and then I put the Ford on there because it is a Ford.
It's an 89 Bronco, OJ style. What?
I know. I was tempted to do like the whiteout, and go full.
Make it all white.
Go full like
Blackout
OJ,
windows.
But I can't just do anything normal. I have to
None
make
of us
things
can.
weird.
That's the only reason we're fun.
That's the disaster on the inside.
But yeah. So that's the whole deal. The lighting kit, that was my idea. So I was in line at Walmart and I see this 30 LED strip that you plug into a USB adapter, and you know, it's got a remote, you light up different colors and stuff. And I'm like, wonder what the voltage and amperage is on that thing. So I picked it up and looked at the specs on the back, and it's like, 5 volts at like, 0.3 amps or something like that. I'm like, well, I can wire that to a BEC. So I bought it, cut the USB thing off it, stripped it, freaking checked it for polarity real quick with a AA battery, and then there you go.
It just wrapped around the support bar.
Yep. So I wired it into a like a servo plug, power plug, whatever, and then wired it into her auxiliary port, and there you go. It's somewhat survived. I think we broke the remote receiver thing because it won't like do what you tell it to with the remote. It just stays blue now. But yeah, when we first put it in, that's what it looked like in the video. So yeah, that's it, man. It's that easy. I mean, and that thing was like $5 for the lights. Like you're supposed to put it around your TV or something or whatever. I just saw it and it just came to me that I could wire that into something. So I thought it'd be cool because I know she wanted to do something light up for a new body. She had mentioned it before.
Well, we've done lights in the past, like stick on like
The headlights and taillights, yeah,
and,
but not something like that.
And I didn't want it to be something that stuck to the inside of the body because I've done that before and they just fall out or they rip the paint out. So I wanted something that would be more stable, I guess.
Sustainable. There we go.
Well, yeah, and not get trashed when I trash the body, which I inevitably do.
With your awesome tricks.
So, no, I'm Buzz Lightyear. I fall with style.
Oh, come on now. So yeah, there you go, man. She's and that's what, third body you've ever painted?
Yeah.
I remember we got her first new body for her to paint, and she's like, "Wait, you painted from the inside?" I'm like, "Yeah." Everything's got to be backwards, and she picked it up like a champ. Her first body was, well, she's getting it off the wall right now. That's the first body she ever painted. And it's got fades. It's got different colors.
It looked better when I first did it.
Well, obviously, it wasn't Pac-Man when you first got it. It's ripped in half now. But, yeah, so that's the first one she ever painted. And then the second one was in the paint video that we came out with, which she's getting off the wall now, I believe. Yep, sure is. Here, this one's even more Pac-Man. This one's got
that's custom
busted lip. That's the second body she painted, which was just like, wow, okay.
Yeah, it kind of has like that, like the almost like the chameleon look.
Almost look like granite.
Yeah.
So yeah, never painted an RC car body before, and that's the first 3 she ever did. I mean, she never has like a set plan when she goes in. It's just like kind of an idea, or maybe she's got a picture in her head. I don't know.
No.
Okay, no. So, and then whatever comes out is what comes out, and it's always pretty damn cool. Where I come up with an idea and I have a picture in my head, and then I screw it up.
Well, the second one I did, that was just literally leftover.
It's good, Mike. Does it break more because it's got a Ford logo on it?
I'm pretty sure that's why the lights only worked the first day.
There you go.
You know what they say about Fords? 96% of all Fords ever sold are still on the road. The other 4% made it home.
Oh, that's great, babe. No, but I do fix and repair daily. That's great. All right. Right. Oh, for the first time ever, I actually need to replace a sway bar link because there's a busted one, and there's a dog at the door too. I don't want to get him. Oh, come on, dog. All right. Come on, Brody. I gotta finish this car already. Let's go. Time to finish. Where did I put the links? Right, they're in that one box. Yep. Box. Yep, right here. There's one. Yep, you get one with a ball in it. Got about 30 of these things in here. Never replaced them. Oh, I need that thing that goes in the front too. Somebody didn't put it on there. No, but there's a on the Arrma aluminum bulkheads with the aluminum cover for the sway bar. There's a spacer that goes underneath it. Somebody never installed on this, so I'm gonna take care of that. I think that's where it says screw. Looks like it anyway. Let's see. Oh, that's definitely not where it says screw. That one is too big. Okay. A little guy and a short little guy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Brody opening the door on his own. No, we just trained him to fetch him a beer.
Get him to, well, I was going to say if you get him to shut the door, but he does that just fine.
Yeah, only in the bathroom, though.
He likes to lock himself in there.
Yeah, every time there's fireworks going off or something like that, he locks himself in the bathroom.
Or motorcycles are too loud.
Yep. Yeah,
Such a guard dog. He will guard that toilet.
I'm scared of everything.
Thank God he's cute.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Clary said it's awesome and it looks great.
Thank you.
Found on the road destroyed. I've never heard that one. I heard found on the road dead. Found in Russian dump. Fix and repair daily. First on race day to break down. I heard one for Chevy once. I can't remember it to save my life though because it's long. I heard a couple for Pontiac that I don't care to repeat.
I like my Pontiac.
It has something to do with people that aren't the same race as me. What else? I've heard a couple. I heard one for Honda once that was pretty hilarious since I'm like a Honda guy. Shut up. Screw that back in before I put it on there. Okay, so. No, found in Russian dump. Heard that. I don't know what a Russian dump looks like, but I wouldn't want to see one because I've been to that country and the stuff on the road's bad enough. You guys know where Russian cars have the lines across the back window to keep your hands warm when you're pushing it. Ain't for defrost. Yeah, I was over there in '96, so it was a long time ago, but I'm sure it's just as spectacular now.
I like watching the videos where they it's just a truck that just goes and picks up cars and puts it in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Where do I get one of those?
Yeah, right. So I said, instead of climbing a tower with a gun and shooting a bunch of people, if I ever go nuts, I'm just going to get a Peterbilt up armor and drive up and down 41 with a cow catcher going 60. Just plow the old people doing 30 off the road. Yeah, the rumors are true. It is that bad driving down here. And yes, we do have corpses driving cars. People down here use the drive-thru when there isn't one.
They make their own.
Yeah. Usually at supermarkets. That's why they have those big poles in front of them. I've seen that happen 4 times since I've been here.
Well, they're putting in a new roundabout down by my work.
Oh, boy. Oh, is that what that is? That big construction thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's going to fuck Punta Gorda up so bad.
Well, no, but get this. They're not even done yet, and we've had 3 car rollovers. That's not what a roundabout is. It's not you make your car go over roundy round.
Oh, man. That's going to be great.
Or we've had people, we've had 5 people that had to have their cars towed back onto the road because they tried to cut through the construction site, and there's a foot lip. Yeah,
I've seen the lip. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I was down there 2 weeks ago. Holy shit.
Yeah, the cops just stay there at this point.
Yeah, I saw them there when I was there. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's what the driving situation is down here. It's absolutely insane, especially this time of year when you have people who can't drive from out of state coming down.
I had an older couple come in, and they were trying to figure out why their windshield, the inside of their window, is wet in the morning. They were so upset. I'm like, how have you made it this far in life and never dealt with just condensation?
Yeah. Oh, no. I've had people come into the Nissan dealership complaining about their smoke coming out of their AC.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Tell them about the people with the thermostat that's not right.
Where you had.
Oh yeah. Okay, so with Nissans, if you have their special computer scanner, laptop, service manual all in one thing, you can go into the not the body control module, the HVAC computer, and you can change the amount of difference between the program temperature on the dash and the actual outlet temperature. You can do plus or minus 6 degrees. So people would come in complaining that they set their AC at 71 and the air coming out at 74. Yeah, they complain about that.
Internal thermometer.
Yeah. So I just go in and jack their AC as cold as it can go and send them on their way. It's usually fine. And I mean, you can't do anything with that. It's a warranty claim anyway. So, yeah. In case anybody doesn't know, I don't know about all manufacturers, but at Nissan, warranty claims pay about 40% of what you would get paid as an actual job. Nice thing about it is they're usually on brand new cars, so the cars are clean and not covered in grime. If you got to do a motor or transmission or whatever. Oh, and the transmission failure on CVTs isn't as high as you might think. It's only 9%. There's just a lot of rumors out there. Not that I like CVTs. I don't even like automatics, but it's 9% failure rate. Not bad from a company that's owned by Nissan. It's not them, actually. From Mexico. Yeah, for people who know what CVTs are supposed to smell like. So there you go on that.
CVTs are supposed to smell like?
Yeah. Burnt. Kind of like, this stuff's made in New York City.
New York City?
This stuff's made in San Antonio. People know what salsa's supposed to taste like. Well, people in Mexico know what transmission's supposed to smell like. I don't fucking know. It's a joke. Fucking leave me alone. Bastard.
It didn't land, babe. It didn't land.
Yeah, well, it failed to take off due to you.
Well, what can I say? I'm not a pilot.
I've been a pilot many times.
Not that kind of pilot, babe.
Dad always told me if you're going to try hallucinogenics, gotta have a pilot. Anyway. Oh, wait, that freaking pinion gear is looking mighty sharp in there. It's definitely got some mileage on it. As long as it ain't skipping, there's no flat spots on it. I'll show you guys in a second. Just get the screw jack in here. Put it back together then. Don't like using the gun on stuff that tight because you don't want to look it up. All right, so there's that pinion gear I was talking about. You guys can see it. Yeah, I see the teeth on it. Yeah, getting a little sharp. Not really worn down, just long and thin. But changing out a pinion is a whole different story at this point. Am I about to screw this up? No, gear goes on that side, right? Get it on there. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's my lash. It's about the width of that tip of that driver. That's about how much lash.
That's a nice lash.
Yep. That just happened. All right. So, crap. You know what? I think these are the ones I like to pre-thread. Yeah, there's another trick. Some of these ball joints I got to go in for these things are pretty damn tricky to get threaded right. I had a bolt laying around that I used to pre-thread them with the torque driver, but in this case, let's just see how it goes. If it starts going sideways, then it's time to pre-thread. In fact, I think I'm going to try an upper first. Let's see which side we're working with here. Yep. Yep, get in there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's going to get tight and fight you, but that's a good thing. Getting the whole. Oh yeah. Jammed up here now. Come on. Axle jammed itself into the diff. Got it. Okay. Wee. Fun. Yeah, that's the bottom thing. All right. Yeah. Come on. All right, that screw's probably got a bunch of shit in it. Take a small wrench, stick it in there, try to make sure there's no stuff in the hole. So you can get your wrench all the way in there.
She said.
Bottomed out. That's what she said. Gotcha. Come on, let's get in there. Seriously? Okay, nice. There we go. Okay. Got this one. And that one. Oh, yeah. Vicious little sucker. Sucker. All right. For upper B blocks, I know Nick's got this one with the set screws. Like I said before, I don't like those. I forgot what company, but it's probably just some dude on eBay making these for like $10. And these use the original screw-in style upper hinge pins for the front. And I don't know about you, but I prefer those to the set screw style. The set screw style tends to either take too much Loctite to hold in or fall out anyway. So I'd rather just not run them. You know, the screw-in ones are pretty good about it. Even if they do get loose, they don't back out really quick. So I would highly recommend that. And it looks like I'm going to be short some hinge pins or some shock pins because these control arms take the longer ones, and I'm pretty sure I'm out of those. Due to the fact that we've done so many conversions on these, going to from the different arms, the RPM arms, and I just don't stock those parts. Let's see what you guys are up to. Same thing. Cool. All right, so there we go. Those already have some nice blue Loctite kind of residue left on them, so I'm just going to leave those alone, just get them snugged up. Then we've got the set screws for the shock pins, which I always use small set screws instead of bolts or whatever, so they don't hit your control arms. Because nobody likes little rings in their control arms. I'm just kidding. Right, I wonder if Nick's got some of those pins. Go hit him up real quick, because I'm pretty sure I do not have any. And for reference, I'm talking about going from the black ones to the chrome ones. The chrome ones are longer. No. Shit. That's a negative. All right. See if Nick's got some. Hey, buddy. You got any foam shock pins? The longer ones and the black ones, the black short ones, the long ones. We'll put bottom shock. What's it? The ones about the bottom shock. Like the shock is full one. It looks like a part of the controller thing that's stuck. Yeah, I'd rather show you some of the All right. Well, I still feel for you. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to do tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to see if I'm still gonna put a lot of water pipes and see about the seals for that comes the water pipe. So
Yeah, because yeah, I didn't replace that because it didn't have one. Like I said, I know you wanted me to replace the other one, but if the water pipe's leaking now, it's because it came on and off when I didn't have a new seal. So
I
yeah,
tried putting one on there, but
yeah, yeah, I couldn't find an O-ring to match it in my kit, so that's kind of where I was at.
I'll see what I can find.
All right, brother man.
Yeah, I'll look at it tomorrow when I get there.
Shut up, bitch. Hopefully.
Seals. He asked me to look for the seals first.
Oh no, never mind. I thought you were talking about the car. Yeah,
What
no.
time are you going to work tomorrow?
Whenever I feel like it, because they're not paying me anyway.
12.
Huh?
12.
Okay. So I have to be at work at 11. So if I can't find it, I guess I'll actually I'm gonna try to stop at one or two of the places on the way to work so I can.
We'll figure it out, Nick. We'll get it done. Don't worry about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, just had a aluminum cover. No, I had a aluminum cover, not the big cover, right? Okay. What was that? Oh, oops! I just pulled the ball off the socket of the tie rod. All right, so get these done, and then we are done with this car. Then I will shoot a bunch more videos like I did before. I shot slow-mos of this thing doing standing backflips on takeoff and on landing. Slow-mos of it trying to do reverse standing backflips, standing front flips, and in slow-mo. And I dropped it from chest height in slow-mo and took videos of the suspension reaction. So we're going to do the same thing after we do all this stuff here. And the control arms are pretty much changed because the old ones are sloppy, even though these are a better design, newer design, and have some other little tricks to them, like the lack of camber shims needed for the top. I'm shooting it in short version and in long version because you're going to shoot like the right direction with the phone or whatever, so that I'll have the ability to do video either way. If I end up making a short out of it or a long video, but there is going to be a before and after. Oh, that can't go on there with that thing because it's flat on the backside. It needs the aluminum cover. Got it. That's why nobody put it on. Anyway. So, I'll have the results before and afters of this complete modification here in a video form very shortly. Probably sometime late tomorrow or the next day because still got to shoot it and it's been dark for a while and got to go to work or a place that doesn't pay me. It's so funny when they give me like an order. It's like, you're not paying me. I'm not going to listen to you. Do what I want. I mean, I'm still there to take care of people, take care of my customers, and take care of my the employees that I do like, making sure they don't get stuck with headaches of people wondering why their cars aren't fixed. because they never did anything mean to me, and they're very nice to me. In fact, they've been helping me with my financial situation because they haven't paid me in so long. So I am very broke. And somehow my wife's still here. So anyway, yeah, start my new job on the 6th.
I'm not getting many better offers.
Hopefully everything goes perfectly smooth with that, and I end up having a much better financial situation in a very short period of time. That will include buying car parts. Even just replenishing our stocks would be nice. Considering I can't put that spacer in there, and it's got that big caveat, probably should have put a. Why is this not wanting to go in? Probably should have put a regular plastic cover on that. All right, this is getting a little irritating. I don't even like damn sway bars, and I'm not going to spend all day trying to get one to mount. Okay, I see what the problem is here. Suck it. Yeah, that's effective. Okay, so, all right, yeah, definitely needs an alignment, that's for sure. Shocks. Instead of pins, we're using bolts because we don't have pins, so it'll work for now. I was worried about security. I'd put a little grind mark in them to put the set screw into, but I'm not worried about it. So, boy, that shock tower is freaking bent, something fierce. Where is my spacer? There it is. I should probably take all the parts out of the goo tonight. But I still got to get on my simulator to do my laps. Do like, I don't know what it is for your daily reward. I think it's 50 miles or something on Gran Turismo 6. On my chair setup that I built for the 2009 Nissan Altima seat. And some framework I welded together. And Nick was nice enough to buy me a very nice Logitech steering wheel, whatever the big popular one is now. I had one before, but it wasn't dual force feedback, and that makes a lot of difference. I ended up taking about 10 seconds off a lap at the Nürburgring. Same cars. I've actually driven everything that I usually run in the 800 class, and every one of them I'm getting about 10 seconds off a lap at the ring with that steering wheel. I've actually got it all printed up in the back. I don't know if you ever saw that dry erase board, but all right. So we got some pretty serious droop on this thing now as far as it pulling it off the ground, which is what I wanted, but with those old control arms, I couldn't achieve that because they were all busted up from being old. And that screw is bent. So it probably won't come out. Good. Or not come out unless I want it to. So screw down into that. And there we go. That's going to finish this job. The bumper's got to go back on and the mud guards, but that's it for now. So we'll drive this thing probably tomorrow. I guess we could do the drop test tonight. Just throw a battery in it. But that's just going to be for filming purposes. Someone will probably be like, that drop test ain't right. You did it on different floors. Yeah, okay. And you were probably born, aren't you? I know, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, babe. I'm not going to quote anything from that site. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, so that's pretty much it. So we got massive shock modifications. We got new control arms, and we got an alignment to do yet. And then we're going to do back-to-back testing in slow-mo and see what kind of differences we have. And I think that'll make a very interesting video because we did a major difference on the springs and a fairly big difference on the pistons as well. So the fluid really doesn't matter that much because the pistons have been changed. So, well, except for the front ones, I guess. I guess all we really did to the fronts technically is change the springs. So, but anyway, we'll be able to conclude something from it. I might even change the rear droop before then, but I doubt it. So without further ado, my friends, I'm going to let you all go and have a wonderful evening. Have a awesome new year. I hope everything is awesome and plentiful and prosperous and all that good stuff. Hope your families are all safe and healthy. Godspeed, my friends. Have a good night and try to have a good week. I'll see you soon.
Bye.